Right, this is the second part. We've done one video taking this power nozzle apart, and now we're going to put it back together bit by bit. If you haven't watched the other video, then we'll just explain this bit. Your bar goes in there. I do give a bit more of a detailed view of that, but these do pop out a lot, so all it is push that over, that pin goes up there, and you keep pushing down, and there we go, all in place. There we go, spring action. Right, usually I would have cleaned it up before, but this is only a demonstration video, so I'm happy to go. Right. When you insert this, obviously, there we go, you've got to make sure that that's going over that pin there. That sits over that pin. And then those line up with the screws, the screw holes. Not quite. There we are. Now one in there. There we go. And that's over there properly. And that springs. Good. If you find these videos useful, can you please subscribe? It takes quite a lot of time to not only take them apart, do these videos. I don't need to do this video personally myself. This, I could leave it because that's how I need the parts. So this is my time trying to tell others. So if you can, please subscribe. Yeah. Otherwise I'm going to have to stop doing these videos because it doesn't earn anything. There's no money that I'm making from it. It's just my time that I'm putting into it. I'm not getting anything back. I would like to get something back to encourage me to do it more, to help people out. But right, that's that cog. As I said, when I took these apart, and usually, you know, the screws go in this side to keep it in. A lot of different ones go in under that way. And I know a lot of people don't watch, you know, they won't watch this whole video. They'll only skip to the parts they need and won't listen to me babbling on or talking. Get back to it. Slight distraction. We will continue. Right, where do we get to? That's on. That's on. Right, motor. Right, the grey wire is at the top. And yeah. Sort of got to line it up. Okay, is that right? And all I'm going to do is try and start both screws. bit of movement still, so that should make it a little bit easier just to put the belt on. And there we go, that's on there. Try and do the screws up so it all gets nice and tight and parallel. Yeah, that's good, all good. Right, that should be the last we need of that bit. Right. We got one of these twist turns to put back in, and yeah. Literally what I do is I copy whatever's should get some tweezers for this. Right. Right, that's position. I'll go in the same position as that one. That one's angled that way, so that one's angled that way. So then I flick it up. So I make sure that this is going to be the same way. And it's sort of like a trying to squeeze them together. Squeezing them together. Just going to make sure it's in the same position. Yep, same position. So yeah. Right, now we're going to go back in because I've taken the button off. It should make it a little easier, but you've got to go for the seal. So, on this version, the seal you've got to go outside. Other models, the seal are inside, so it's not the same. There we go, we're all seated there, so I'm gonna just put the two screws back in there so that it doesn't move. Because this has come out, the seals can stretch, so they might, you know, feel like they're longer. But thankfully this one's gone back and they've sort of, yeah, just nestled straight back in place, so that's good. Right. Now we've got to do this switch as well, because the wires for this one goes underneath, so I mean, you might find the taking apart video I explain certain bits more. We may be able to see it a bit better when it's been taken apart, but this is just a guide. I know I get comments, oh, too long, I only want to know how to do the brush roll or the switch. Well, you just have to skip to each part, you know. I haven't got time to do every video of just doing one part. I'm trying to put on what I can. Try and upload what I can to try and help save certain bits from just being thrown away. The amount of hoovers that get thrown away because of one issue stopping it, you know, working properly. It's crazy, you know. Repair that one item, that one part, and your hoover will last however long again. Too many people just find it easier just to buy a brand new hoover at the expense. I don't get it personally. Hopefully you can still see. I do apologise that I haven't got a GoPro or whatever on my head so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but I don't get any money for making these videos. My time, I don't get paid for doing these videos. This video certainly is not a video I would normally need to do. It's not a, you know, I take things apart, fair enough, but I don't normally put them back together like this, so this is actually my time invested in doing this. And that goes underneath and goes all the way around. Goes all the way that side. Got the light one to go in. It goes there. Yeah, that part, I'm sure it went that side of those. As I said, when I took this apart, I did do an actual slow-mo of how all the wires went exactly. So, but the main thing is once everything's done, as long as all your wires are tucked away properly, and not hitting on anything, not obstructing anything, you don't normally need to. I don't normally put these back together, so like I said, my needs aren't putting back together. I don't need to put these back together. I do these videos just to, because I know people do struggle to know what to do. As much as I can put them back together, it's not what I do normally. I'm literally doing this for the purposes of trying to help people. I definitely know these wires did go underneath it though. Just a bit of threading a needle, threading a fishing line. Most people don't. I think on how much time people spend watching videos, it's literally like 2 minutes of a, I don't know, 20-minute video. So I very much doubt if anyone will actually watch this, because it won't. There we go. Oh, good. Right, now we can sit this back on. Trying to get everything lined up in the place properly. Sometimes it can take 2 or 3 attempts. There we go. That's back in. That's on. That's good. Yeah. Right, slight distraction again. Right. Let's connect. Tucking the ends over it. Right. That's alright. These are still the old ones, but they're open up still okay, so they should. There we go. That's all good. Yeah. Sometimes they can. Oh, that one's going to be a bit tight. That one's alright. Yeah. Right, that one's gone all flattened, but I've managed to find another in my spares. All it is just go a little bit. If you haven't got any spares, then you can either take time to open up that metal and do it that way. There we go. These joiners don't cost much anyway, so, but for this video, this will do. Good. Right, they all get tucked back in, along with the 2 from the motor. Ideally you want to go back in there pretty snugly. I've got this sort of cable tie. There's a cable tie. It's just a different looking cable tie. Right, and all you're doing is trying to push everything back in so as not to be hitting on any of the, like there's a screw hole, so you're just trying to make sure everything's not going to avoid that screw, that screw, that screw, that. So we look like we're all out of the way. Right. Back wheels. These can be a little bit tricky. Most wheels on the Sharks are pretty easy to do, but I don't know why these sort of type are pretty tricky sometimes. Just trying to push them. What I might have to do is give a bit of force. They're so incredibly tight. Most models you don't need to do this. They might be stiff to get out, but you wouldn't need to be hitting them in like this normally. But to be fair, they were a bit of a struggle to get out, so you know. Still not happy with them. Not happy at all. I should get a hammer really. I never need a hammer. Not normally. That one's better. I've done hundreds of these Sharks, but I've never had one this stubborn for the back wheels. Right. haven't moved them. We're connected on the lights, the water switch. Well, we got the 10, we'll do the ones at the front. This is the longer T10 one. And then you've got the 3 along the front. Let's start with that one. To the wheels. Do the 2 at the back there. All nice and tight, all snug. Don't forget that one in the middle. Right. Now it's this front roller. I said I always putting this on afterwards. Usually it's just in there, a little slide. I'm just having one of those days. Stiff anyway. This wasn't as straightforward as normally. A few little niggles in the middle, especially the wheels. How tight they weren't. We will check. Hopefully it helps someone. Hopefully it saves some of them from just being thrown away, chucked in landfill, in the bins, in the skips, you might just need one part and then your Hoover's all working again. Surely much more makes more sense just to get a part and replace it rather than throw it in the expense of a new Hoover. But anyway, hopefully it helps.